Moonlight. It's getting a lot of award nominations and wins, but the real question is it any good to me? Let's find out. Hey, what's up, you guys? WWE fan 0599 here again, and today we're going to review Moonlight. So what Moonlight is basically about, it's about this guy named Chiron, and we see his life basically divided into three different acts. In the first act, we see how his life is as a child. Then the second act, we see how his life is as a teenager, and in the third act, we see how his life is as an adult. And it basically just goes through how he, how he grows up, and kind of a rough neighborhood, and kind of just a rough life in general. So, what did I think of Moonlight? Now, I will admit, I never even heard of Moonlight up until, it started getting some buzz. Up until it started getting some buzz, I was like, okay, what's this movie? So, I was very intrigued to see it, and to see if it, if it was any good like everyone else was saying. And yeah, this movie's great. This movie is fantastic. I absolutely loved Moonlight. It is such a great movie in my opinion. I loved Moonlight, and just seeing Chiron's story, just seeing that on screen was fantastic. So let's get into my positives. And my positives are, first being all three of the actors that play, Chiron. The one that plays him as a child, and then the one that plays him as a teenager, and then the one that plays him as an adult. They were all fantastic. They gave some of the best performances of last year. Seriously, they were fantastic. I absolutely loved them. They did such an incredible job in this movie. They really did. They gave it their all in this movie, I really did think they did a great job in this film. I thought all three of the actors that played Chiron throughout his life were great. All three of the actors as well play Kevin, like Chiron's best friend. They were really good too. I thought all three of them did a really good job as well. Mahasan Ali, I believe, I don't even think that's how you say his name. I apologize for that, but he was really good too. Although he's not in the film all that much, I will say for what he had to do, he was really good. And I really liked him in the movie. I thought he did a very good job, in my opinion. So yeah, the acting is really good in this movie. I thought everyone did a great job in the film. Seeing, like I said, seeing Chiron's story, throughout these times in his life, were great. I loved seeing that on screen, and just seeing how he develops as a person was great to watch on screen. And there was never a time where I thought, just seeing, one part was, slower than the other, really. I really do think just seeing, his story was absolutely fantastic, and I loved seeing that on screen, and just seeing his story was great. And, it shows that, life is rough. Life is rough. It doesn't in this movie, it does not sugarcoat it. It tells you, yeah, life is rough. And it definitely shows that, and I just love that. And seeing his childhood, and then his teenage years, and then his adulthood, just seeing all three of those were absolutely fantastic in my eyes. And the message of the movie about kind of finding yourself and in your life, and kind of just finding yourself, was great. And it never felt like it was beating me over the head with that message. I felt like that message was genuine, you know what I mean? It never felt like, oh, we're just gonna beat you over the head with this message. No, it felt genuine, and that's another thing I just love about this movie. I love the message about finding yourself, and finding yourself through life in this movie, and they do such an absolutely fantastic job with that in this movie. The writing is phenomenal with this film. I love the writing with Moonlight. I thought the dialogue between all the characters were fantastic. The directing was great with this movie. I thought the directing was absolutely fantastic with Moonlight. I absolutely loved the directing with Moonlight. The pacing was great. There was never a time, really, I was bored in this movie, to be honest. I thought at first, I'm not gonna lie, when I first watched it last night, I was like, I thought there was, but I really started thinking about it. I was like, You know what? There really wasn't a dull moment. Like, there really wasn't. There really wasn't a dull moment in this movie. And it just kept me so intrigued, throughout this entire movie. I was so intrigued to see where Chiron would go in his life. And it was just so great to see that in this film. Guys, Moonlight is fantastic. All the praise with this movie, all the awards it's getting, it deserves it. Seriously. Moonlight is a fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it yet, go out and see this movie. It's phenomenal. So it's time for my official grade on Moonlight, and my official grade on Moonlight is an A+. Seriously, see this movie. It's phenomenal. It's definitely a fantastic movie, and like I said, it deserves every award it's getting right now. It's a phenomenal movie about finding yourself in life and showing that, life isn't always easy. Life is rough, and, you gotta try and fight through it. And it was just great seeing that in this movie. So, if you have seen Moonlight, what did you think of it? Leave it in the comment section below. I'm WWE Fan 0599, and we'll see you out later. Peace.